In a world where appearances often outweigh authenticity, fakeness has become the new normal. From the streets of Kingston to the screens of social media, we see a society that prefers masks over truth. But why? Why do we hide behind facades? And what does this mean for our identity as Jamaicans? Truth hurts, and because it hurts, nobody wants to hear it. We'd rather live in a world of carefully crafted illusions, where the lies are comforting and the truth is offensive. Why do we, as a society, prefer the fake over the real? Why do we reward deception and punish honesty? From the wigs we wear to the lies we tell, Jamaica has become a society that celebrates fakeness. We'd rather pretend than confront reality. But what does the Bible say about deception? And what happens when an entire culture abandons truth for comfort? Today, we're looking into why Jamaica loves lies, hates truth, and how this affects us, spiritually, mentally, and culturally. Let's start with the most obvious: appearance. In Jamaica, natural is no longer the standard. Women are expected to wear wigs, makeup, and hair extensions just to be considered presentable. Men now associate beauty with artificial enhancements: long Brazilian hair, contoured faces, and lightened skin. We've normalized this so much that little girls in primary school are begging their parents to relax their hair or buy them wigs, just to fit in. But what does this say about self-worth? Proverbs 31 verse 30 says, "Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." Yet, we praise the opposite. Imagine a child growing up hating her own hair, her own skin, because society told her it wasn't good enough. That's cultural erasure, when we abandon our natural identity to mimic foreign standards. We don't just fake our looks, we fake our entire lives. Social media is a highlight reel, not reality. But why? Because truth is uncomfortable. Proverbs 12 verse 19 says, "Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment." Yet, we choose the momentary lie over eternal truth. Fakeness isn't just a Jamaican issue, it's a global trend. But in Jamaica, it has taken on unique forms. Again, women wear wigs, makeup, and extensions daily, not just for special occasions, but as a norm. Social media amplifies this, with celebrities setting unrealistic beauty standards that trickle down to young girls in primary school. The result? A society where natural beauty is undervalued, and everyone starts to look the same. 1 Peter 3 verses 3 to 4. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. The Bible reminds us that true beauty comes from within. Yet society often pushes us to focus on the external. People hide behind masks for many reasons: to protect their feelings, to shield themselves from judgment, or to fit into societal norms. For example, a poor man might borrow money to buy designer clothes, creating the illusion of wealth because poverty is seen as shameful. Similarly, parents might tell a child they're doing a great job at something, even when they're not, to avoid hurting their feelings. But what are the long-term effects of these lies? Back to the above scenario, imagine a man who is well-groomed and looking nice. He dresses appropriately every day and wears the most expensive clothes and fragrance. He drives a nice car and has an image of celebrity. This man would rather drown in debt than admit he's broke. Why? Because in Jamaica, poverty is a sin. Being poor is worse than being dishonest. So we lie to others and ourselves. Imagine a girl who is physically and emotionally beaten by her partner. Her partner who is a so-called hot boy who is lusted after and desired by all other females. She won't tell anyone the truth because she'd rather suffer in silence than face judgment. Society has taught her that a strong woman hides her pain. But Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Yet, we'd rather crush our spirits than appear weak. Even from childhood, we're taught that lies are kindness. Parents tell their kids they're great at everything, even when they're not. But what does this create? An adult who can't handle criticism, who expects praise from mediocrity. Proverbs 27 verse 6 says, "Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Yet we'd rather be kissed by lies than wounded by truth." Over time, these small lies can create adults with inflated egos, unable to accept constructive criticism. They grow up believing they're exceptional at things they're not, leading to disappointment and frustration when reality hits. Proverbs 12, verse 22. "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." While lies may seem harmless in the moment, they can have lasting consequences on our character and relationships. Western civilization has deeply influenced Jamaican society, promoting ideals that often conflict with our natural identity. Skin bleaching, for instance, stems from a belief that lighter skin is more attractive, a notion reinforced by the phrase, "If you're black, stay back. If you're brown, stick around. If you're white, it's all right." This mindset erases our cultural pride and replaces it with a desire to conform to foreign standards. When a society adopts another's lifestyle, it risks losing its own. The natural hairstyles, vibrant colors, and unique traditions that once defined Jamaica are fading, replaced by a homogenized image dictated by global trends. Psalm 139 verse 14. "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." Our natural features are a testament to God's creativity, yet we often reject them in favor of artificial standards. Fakeness isn't limited to appearances. It's also in the messages we consume. Advertisements often exaggerate the benefits of products, creating false expectations. For example, a burger in a commercial looks big and juicy, but the real thing is often underwhelming. This constant exposure to deception normalizes lying as a means to achieve acceptance. That burger isn't real. That model doesn't really look like that. But we buy it literally and figuratively. Revelation 21 verse 8. "But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur." John 8 verse 32. "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Living authentically, even when it's difficult, is the path to true freedom and peace. Social media plays a significant role in normalizing fakeness. When celebrities like Rihanna launch makeup lines, the hype is overwhelming. People rush to buy these products, not necessarily because they need them, but because they want to feel socially accepted and beautiful. This cycle reinforces the idea that our worth is tied to our appearance. Should we challenge these norms and celebrate natural beauty instead? How can we shift the narrative to value authenticity over artificiality? Romans 12 verse 2. "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." We are called to rise above societal pressures and embrace our true selves. Fakeness comes at a cost: financial, emotional, and spiritual. The man who pretends to be rich may end up in debt, while the woman who relies on makeup may struggle with self-esteem when she's barefaced. These facades create a cycle of insecurity and dissatisfaction, leaving us disconnected from our true selves. Matthew 23 verse 28. "In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness." Focusing on outward appearances while neglecting inner growth leads to emptiness. God hates lies, yet we've built a society that runs on them. From fake hair to fake personalities, we're living in delusion. But here's the scary part. When you live a lie long enough, you forget who you really are. Fakeness may offer temporary acceptance, but it's authenticity that builds lasting connections and self-worth. As Jamaicans, let's reclaim our identity, celebrate our natural beauty, and live in truth. Remember, the masks we wear may fool others, but they can never bring us true peace. One day, we'll all stand before God. No wigs, no makeup, no filters, just truth. John 8 verse 32 says, Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. But are we ready to be free? Or do we prefer the prison of lies? Maybe it's time we stop pretending. Maybe it's time we embrace who we really are, flaws and all. Because the truth might hurt, but lies will destroy us. Be real, be you, and let's create a society that values truth over appearances.